say you've chosen a special day to visit the family home of Archduke Enver Gortash.
What?
We're celebrating our dear son's magnificent achievement with a special run of leather-soled shoes.
Gods, Gortash has a mother. I assumed he sprang fully formed from a lich's arse crack or something.
What? That line was... Wow. Karlach, that was amazing. Sorry for that. I actually... some spittle there. Okay. Yeah, I think she's memory wiped or something.
Help me! Dear gods, help me!
Oh.
Your tadpole squirms. These people are infected with the parasite, but something is off.
Oh. Right, she has some proposition about Raven Guard.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti.
Sisters of Justice? Or whatever was the name.
Come, sisters.
Yeah.
Be my testament. Notum sit in Beator.
Notum sit in Beator.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice, adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
Holy hells.
Fina, Cirrus, arbiters for the hells, exemplars of justice.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Wyll. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice.
She won't help until he makes it another one or something.
Wyll Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Wyll.
Silence, Karlach.
Mizora, you arsehole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the
he's still
Absolute
useful.
is slain.
Yeah, fuck your father.
You damned wretch! Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat Ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beatum.
Soul for Baldur. Okay.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Gods. I spent 7 years choked by Mizora's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet.
He's gonna disapprove of this, so...
I didn't. I don't. My sacrifice kept Baldur's Gate safe from Tiamat's rage. But that doesn't mean that the leash never chafed. That I was content to lap up whatever nonsense Mizora fed me. The leash has been broken and my father left for dead. Tomorrow I celebrate my gain. But today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something.
He's not dead, probably. It's not like she said that she's going to stab him.
I signed his life away before the Hell's Witnesses. It would be easier to drink the Styx down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish
Devils
otherwise.
aren't omnipotent. Maybe Asmodeus is, but he's different fucking category. It's basically a god by that point, I believe.
We obtain the final 2 netherstones and take back our minds. And the city. From the brain.
Wyll gave up his father to have freedom. An understandable decision. Sacrifices must be made after all. Especially if the old Duke's fall means his rise.
Time and again, Wyll's plight reinforces my decision not to pursue the path of a warlock. It's one thing to make such a sacrifice in the pursuit of such a pact, but to do so in order to escape one. Truly, it leaves you with nothing.
Chuk. The devil Mizora's made herself quite at home, hasn't she?
I don't think
Do
she
make
did
her
yet.
feel as unwelcome as you can.
It probably will. Ha, will.
Wyll sacrificed his own father. I hope freedom from the pact is worth it to him.
I did not know Duke Ravengard that well. But I am sure he would not want his son to become slave to Zariel for his sake. I am sure Wyll knows that. But we would do well to remind him when his days grow dark. No one truly understands the weight of loss until they've worn it a while. There is no shame in sharing the load when you need to.
There's one saying that I like a lot on the same topic. That sadness shared is sadness halved, but joy shared is twice the joy. Or something in this... on this leg.
Wyll sacrificed his own father. A hard choice, but not one that is unknown in nature. At times a seedling must strangle the very tree that bore it, if it's to survive.
Oh shit, no, she's actually here.
little Wyll's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into.
He just appears. He's not even in my party, I have no idea why he's here.
I beg your forgiveness for such undue impertinence. From now on, I promise him the same measure of respect he's shown his father. Oh, I almost forgot. Wyll sold his father's life for his freedom. My mistake. Just because he's not my pet doesn't mean he's not useful. The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise, and you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched.
You would be surprised how many do.
Ugh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious.
She will be dead if she doesn't fuck off.
The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy.
I'm a bard, and I want to taste a lot of things, but I'm not sure if making a deal with a devil for such shit reward would be worth it.
Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. I'm afraid that's not an option. I'm quite stubborn, you see. Take a swing or a stab if you want, but I'll just slip away for a breather. One of the perks of being a half-devil, of course.
I hope you can find a way to just stab her. If not permanently, at least on material plane. I heard that the respawn procedure isn't exactly pleasurable.
Why? I'm supplying Wyll with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Since we arrived in the city, I can't help but feel a little anxious. But I'm not sure I know why. I don't think it's what happens if we fail that concerns me. We'll be beyond our worries at that point. I think what bothers me is what happens if we succeed. I've never been able to write my own future. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Choice paralysis, I guess.
Well, I want to save my parents, of course. Take them away. Far from Shah's influence. Someplace peaceful. Away from the city, perhaps. I'd like room for animals. Lots of them. All shapes and sizes, so long as they appreciate a warm fire and more affection than they know what to do with. I want to grow flowers. I want to be surrounded by colors every day. I'm tired of darkness. Yes. I want to share it all with you. If you're willing.
Of course.
Then it sounds like I have everything I need. More of life than I'd ever imagined possible without Shah.
Shah is not the way, not the way.
Alan says I have to what? I'm sorry, I didn't know we had God's damned royals staying with us. Can't this wait till morning? Oh, fine. Right, you. Food, supplies, what do you want? Uh-huh. Because people order from the kitchen in the dead of night to be polite. Now, what you want?
Ah, okay. Oh, astral prison.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense.
I agree with that.
You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself.
Oh, he can show me his
My
memory.
beloved confidant and loyal companion rascal. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stillmain, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. To adapt my methods to your needs. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain to destroy it was by working together. But few would trust a mind flayer. So I did what I had to convince you. I studied you, your motivations, your actions, your desires. I deduced the best way to align your goals with my own.
The fucking tentacles went everywhere.
That you are complex and full of contradictions. It was no easy task, but I had to persist. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause. I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate was how reasonable you would be. You don't like to be coddled, cajoled, but you responded well to logic, to rational arguments, to cold, hard facts. You saw straight to the core of what really mattered. I didn't get that impression, and my calculations are never wrong.
Now you sound like a mind flyer.
Sometimes, I felt almost like we were dancing our way towards something deeper.
Wow, you can be a dick as always.
Would you like that?
The back of your mind
I'm a
warms
bard.
with a rush of feeling, the Emperor's feeling. Heat, arousal.
This is gonna be fucking weird. Probably the weirdest thing you do as a bard.
You feel its breath merging into yours, cold, smelling faintly of vanilla and garlic. Its breathing quickens as you pull in close to its face, its excitement palpable. You pause a moment as a thought occurs to you. Where is a mind flayer's mouth?
I mean, you can see the teeth, so...
A memory stirs. Diagrams in a book you read long ago. A mind flayer's mouth is underneath the tentacles.
We're getting weird. Oh, he's nodding, okay. I'm pretty sure that's the weirdest shit we can get into. Unless you can romance fucking Elder Brain. Oh, that's my tail. I was wondering if this was a bug. I won't lie, I'm surprised that nobody made like a bard guide where there's just a list of things you can romance, seduce, or fuck.
Dreamt of and more. The single greatest experience of your life. Pleasure upon pleasure, as mind and body intertwined. It was hard to tell where thoughts ended and feelings began. You can read the Emperor's expression better now that you've connected on a deeper level. You know it feels the same way. It seems the tadpole allowed you to share more than you would have liked with your companions.
I said I'd protect you from the absolute, not each other. And I was distracted. Come.
I wonder what will be the commentary in the morning.
It's time to get dressed. We have work to do. am tempted, but it will be quite some time before I am able to do that again. And time is not on our side.
Reminder, Illithids don't have anything under the belt, so whatever it was mostly psionics, probably.
The Elder Brain's hive mind has grown to monstrous proportions. And through the Crown's magic, it has complete control over each and every member. It was intelligent before, but now, with its hive mind established across the city, it is well on its way to becoming indestructible. You know now of your father's plans to use the Elder Brain to slaughter the world over. One need not read minds to foresee the horrors he will pen with your hand if you do not stand against
Why
him.
am I smiling urgently?
We must stop it while we still can, before we too become its slaves.
Well, that was fucking interesting. And probably less risky than sleeping with Mizora, if it's possible.
Why, hello, lover.
No commentary? Really?
That sounded more debonair in my head.
Of course.
Well, shit.
Honestly.
Yeah, nothing.
My heart's
By necessity, not design. But I'm glad you appreciate the richness of my experience. Yours has been no less exciting, but even with all your experience, it has not been easy. The only way we were ever going to get close enough to the brain. Perhaps, at first, I did consider that you were just a problem to be solved. And not an easy one at that. But I persisted. I needed your absolute dedication to the cause.
Absolute.
I anticipated the challenge, and I anticipated your resistance. What I didn't anticipate, as did I.
Pause a moment, as if this creature is at all similar to an octopus, as it appears to be. Its mouth is probably somewhere underneath the tentacles.
I can make this easier for you if you like. My other form might be more familiar for you to navigate.
Everything you ever dreamt of and more. The single greatest experience of your life.
Sorry. You didn't leave me much energy to spare to maintain appearances.
It seems that had...
Wait a fucking second. Future Mud here. Why is Jaheira here? She doesn't have a tadpole.
We have communed with our minds entire at the deepest level. What else is there to say? We are bonded now, and it is time to consummate love with war.
Forgive me, I have the most pounding of headaches. If you have any issues, one of my subordinates will see to you.
Okay, so she's better.
I have the strangest memory of a fey-like creature.
Yes, it was
Perhaps
a
I should
hang.
rest before my next shift.
How about it? I've got a copy of the Gazette with your name on it. The first sale was the hardest. Once I sold to you, I just kept going. Wanna buy another one? Today's is particularly legible.
Legible? Okay.
Another sail. I think I'm getting the hang of this.
You search her mind, but the psionic forces that control her are different, split somehow. Your own consciousness slips into the gap.
Help me! Gods, help me! Enver's ruined my mind. He's taken my body. I should have slammed the door in his face, but I let him in and he rammed some kind of worm in our eyes. I'm here, but I can't speak. I can't act. I'm trapped.
Can I even help with this?
He said he wanted to make us powerless. Still bitter after all these years, but we did what was best for him, for all of us. We had debts, world-ending debts, trying to keep this cursed shop afloat. Dangerous
What did you do to him?
they'd
Did you
bury
sell him?
us all if we didn't pay. Then a warlock offered us a pretty penny for Enver's service. He was a smart boy. Too smart. It was give him up, and all of us live, or refuse and die. What choice did we have?
Warlock did some experiments on him. That's interesting.
He was always a little monster, nasty to the core. He would have torn me and Druvo apart with his whining, his demands, the never-ending
Sounds
racket
like a
of
normal
him.
child.
You may disagree, Enver did, but we don't deserve this torment. You're the first person who's heard the real me in months. There has to be. I can't live like this. I'm trapped. Trapped.
I mean...
There has to be another way. I deserve to live again. I deserve my own life. My son, you've seen what he's like, same now as when he was a boy. Hateful little wretch. If you were me, you'd have sent him away too, believe you me.
Some people are just born hateful.
Your tadpole lashes and recoils. The connection is broken.
Come again soon.
Well, that's life.
Be very welcome to Flim's Cobblers, humble family home of our Archduke Enver Gortash. He may not have followed in his old man's shoe steps, but Archduke's not so bad, is it?
Gortash's dad. Same treatment as his mum, I guess.
Probably.
Goodness, what an accusation. You've got the wrong family. Enver's the light of our lives. He grew up right in these walls. First my apprentice, then saviour of the city, and on to Archduke. Nothing untoward about it, I assure you.
You focus on the source of the power, but it is quiet and still. It needs to rest. Nothing. It It's as though the inner workings of his mind have been wiped clean. You delve into his mind and find nothing. Like someone or something has drained his mind of all personality.
Oh. So he was probably against selling him or something, and Gortash gave him better treatment, just fucking wiped him. Carte blanche. But his mother was probably a vicious cunt, and this is why he trapped her in her own body.
The trader appears encouraged by your interest in this item, though of course you'll need to pay for it.
So, Gortash's parents sold him to a warlock. Why does that sound so familiar?
Very funny.
I've got no interest in empathizing with the fuck. But maybe what he did to me was some kind of mirror of what happened to him.
Probably.
When you get fucked up, you fuck up right back.
Yeah.
Big Gortash fans.
I don't have any of those. Sorry.
Oh, I wondered because Raphael was wondering how they stole it from Mephistopheles. I found some notes about what happened, but also Helsik. Yeah, and this is probably the same Diabolis that was the warlock that Gortash was sold to.
I have. And while I do not love my conclusion, that does nothing to change it.
Yes.
The Harpers are the city's best information network. With them out of action, we shall have to fall back on second best.
Which is?
Nine Fingers Key.
Oh my god, no!
A name known and feared throughout the city's underworld. A mysterious keen runs the guild, which in turn runs every criminal enterprise in the city.
No, I don't want to go there.
Friend is not the word I'd use. Nor is petty if you've a mind to keep your tongue. But both our operations step outside the law when needful. She just likes it better there. How hospitable she will be to a Harper that comes begging to her guild hall. We will find out. Perhaps I will let you do the talking.
Probably a good idea.
Good day, Governor. I got a copy of the Bladder's Mouth Gazette fresh off the presses for you. Good price too.
Bladder's Mouth.
Piss. I mean the Balder's Mouth Gazette, sorry. Please don't tell Mr. Edvard. He'd be ever so cross.
Don't worry, he's a cunt. No words shall pass my lips.
Cool, thanks. Come back tomorrow for the next edition.
Hold, Seeker! Have you come to swear yourself to Sharess by my paw?
This isn't Sharess Caress.
Yes, and no. Your kind has lost their way in their worship of the feline of felicity. You only hold to her basest tenets. Now, will you heed our mother's call and bolster her as she crushes the heathen absolute beneath her divine paw? Yes, yes! Together we shall spread the word of the wonder in her every paw step. I will sing her name in the streets, and you will bring her prayers to those suffering 2 legs instead of 4. Yes? Will you now heed the most splendid Sharess's call? Ah, a fellow priest. You may walk on 2 legs, but we still see eye to eye.
May your dusks be long, and your hunger fleeting.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes. Let's move.
Better be cautious.
Fucking stumble into.
What do we have here?
The fuck was that sound? For a moment I thought that it was something kinky, but I think someone is getting eaten. What the fuck did I stumble upon? What is this? I knew that those fuckers were talking that it stinks like shit, but what the hell is that? Sacred Defiance. But should I leave it for later? I don't wanna. I mean, I don't wanna go there. Oh, that's the tower that the Nautiloid destroyed in the intro. Shit, Sahuagin. I forgot they exist.
I have to admit, being attacked by sea devils definitely isn't my best day. But it wasn't the worst either.
Wasn't? Oh, I want to hear that story. The fuck is this guy? I was going to... Fist of Bane.
Are we at temperature yet?
I was trying to fly somewhere. This is the guys that were responsible for the
Gazette.
bears with explosives. That'd be interesting. It's all smoke powder. I'm gonna explode so much shit.
Karlach and explosives. Not a good mix.
Let's take things nice and gently. I'd rather not blow up if it's all the same.
They do have a point, it's probably a shit idea.
Faces, hands, and eyebrows. How do we protect them?
Watch for wind direction. Put on your gloves. And a light at arm's length.
Probably a good idea.
Very good. And what does Uncle Falogir always say?
Once it's lit, you commit.
Excellent! Now remember, Falogir's fireworks accepts no liability for singed nails, toasted eyelashes, loss of limbs, scalded torsos, or blown off heads. Now, you there. What can I do for you?
You feel an all too familiar squirm in the recesses of your mind. He has a tadpole.
Aha! A fellow friend of Gortash. Praise the Absolute.
Cheers,
I have a special sample available just for you, if you wish.
Is it explosives? Yes, please.
This one will be very useful against any and all enemies of Gortash. Be sure to be clear of its explosion area. Please enjoy responsibly, and nowhere near this establishment. Is there anything else I can do for you? What else? I don't know what you mean. We're purveyors of smoke powder. Anything that can be lit, flamed, or fired up. Smoke powder is a beautiful mistress. She will not be limited to one form, and she is quite malleable in the right hands.
You are right.
What are you really asking,
Pipes are looking a little
friend of
rusty.
Gortash?
Are we scheduled for maintenance? Can't afford a failure on a critical pipe. Not critical, just a bastard if it breaks.
You must be Arthur's friend. Keep your voice down. Yes, yes, he's just upstairs, but only one flight. If you get to the top, you've gone too far. Browse as irresponsibly as you like. Just don't tell the other customers.
Are we at
What was that shout, Jaheira? Future mod here, I just was checking something. I will roll back my save, but guards attacked me, and this is how powerful a fucking Tempest Cleric is. Just check this shit out. Wow. That's all for this patrol.